will the song just play and I just go? Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Baby. Feeling so good like I just can't wait for breakfast. You got me feeling like ooh, sugar. Feeling so high like I just climbed the ladder in the sky as I went by. Time ain't really on my mind. Ticking so crazy on my wrist. When I'm with you, it's a miss. You got me acting a fool. Stuttering when I made that phone call. Shivering when we all alone, y'all. Ooh, yeah, feels so good. Fresher than I thought it would. Fresher than I thought it would. Hey, boo, loving you makes me such a clumsy fool. Such a clumsy fool when we're all alone. I'm like, baby, 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 baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, come on. Ooh, yeah, lady. Looking so good, can we jump on a plane to Vegas? You got me feeling like ooh, oh yeah, sugar. Flying so high in the night sky, champagne. Ooh, no, no, no. It ain't really on my mind. Why? It makes me wanna cry. You got me acting a fool, baby. Woo. See ya. Than I thought it would, fresher than I thought it. Hey, boo, loving you, baby. Hey, such a clumsy fool when we're all alone. I'm like, baby, baby. See ya, baby, baby, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, here we go. Yeah, I feel so good. Yeah, I feel so good. Yeah, I feel so good. Fresher than I thought it would. Yeah, I feel so good. Yeah, I feel so good, baby. Fresher than I thought it would. Ooh, yeah, I feel so good. She feels good.
Hey, Boo, what's up, man? Hey, Boo, Hey, Boo.
Hey, Boo.
I missed you.
I did miss myself too.
What? We're feeling a little bit sick, Raza and myself. The flu season is upon us, and we hope to share that sickness with you.
Of course, but not that sickness. All the madness, all the science, all the technology and entertainment as well. Welcome to the biggest youth show in Mzansi. We are Ekse. My name is the Sheriff Forbes, and I'm not riding solo. I never am. Lama Moon is here as well, and we're going to take you all the way till 5 p.m., giving you the best of entertainment that you can expect. So obviously make sure you get your ma, your pa, your oma, your adopted cousins, amo, and bring flu tablets for us, please.
All right, and then if you wish to follow us on Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV, as well as on Twitter, it's Ekse_live. Who he just opened the show is AJ, who started singing in grade 7, joining a choir, but he took his music seriously at the age of
19.
Yes, he was also a top 5 out of 3,000 nominated people in Spain for unsigned amateur artist.
Yeah.
Wonderful. He's going to be
course.
here throughout the hour of 5. He's going to be telling us about his musical journey.
Of course, in julle weet ons hou om vir julle to educate, and we're going to sit down with Dr. Ryan Tucker, who's actually going to tell us about a new discovery dating back 70 million years ago. I wasn't even a thought. You weren't even a poopy.
We're also talking to Steve, who is teaching actually
Yeah.
4.5 students weekly in Cape Town and around the world. He also holds interviews on Google as well on Skype. So he is teaching in Living Myths. It's an NGO. So to learn more about Steve, so make sure that you tune in right here.
Of course, and then last but not least, we're sitting down with Carl Ping, who's from the Cape Town Experience, and he's here to tell us more about the magazine. And also, they recently started actually giving awards to people in the Cape Town Experience industries, whether it be hospitality, restaurants, acting, arts, alles. So hopefully me and you're gonna get an award soon from them as well. But what about now? I have some trending news for you on the other side.
Yes.
Hey man, this is the part of the show that we like to call What's Trending, where we take a look at some of the things that's been happening in and around Mzansi. And the very first one is actually going on a sad note. It's called the hashtag Justice for Toriso. And this trend has actually been trending since Tuesday. Now, Toriso Teimane was viciously murdered by a group of teenagers actually, and pictures and videos from the incident have been trending as people call for the miners to serve jail time they deserve for their actions. Now, Toriso Teimane was actually a college student and local musician as well. An online petition is circulating the web in an effort to show the amount of support for the hashtag Justice for Toriso and the desire to have the miners involved get the proper punishment that they actually deserve. And we also want to send all our condolences to the family and friends as well. Moving on to other news, Rwanda is actually making headlines as the first country to launch blood deliveries by drone. Now, the medical drone was actually originally introduced in Rwanda as a means of transporting medicine and medical supplies to remote areas of the country. However, due to the high number of mothers that were dying due to excessive blood loss, the launch of blood delivery is actually the latest innovation to the drone delivery business. So anything you need is now by drone. If you're sick, if you have the flu like us, hopefully they can send it, via drone somewhere to the Ekse headquarters. Lama, what do you think about that?
I'd love some. Are you done?
I'm done.
All right, our trending topics, of course, like Uriza said, our hashtag is hashtag Toriso. We've got 3. RIP Toriso as well as Justice for Toriso. People are talking about Toriso on social media. This is Kima Tapelo, who says the silence of the Limpopo-born politicians or politicians residing there is deafening. Could it be that the father of one of the demons is associated with them? Hashtag Toriso. This one comes from Ndi Mngadi, who says, this Toriso story makes me so sad. This morning I logged onto Facebook and I went through one of the alleged killer's Facebook account who is about 14 or 15 years old. The child is evil. He goes on bragging about killing hashtag Toriso, and he also brags saying his girlfriend knew what he did. The last one for now is from George Balekani, who says the boys are still posting on Facebook, so which one did the police arrest, or is mainstream media feeding us junk again? Hashtag Toriso, hashtag justice for Toriso. Right now it's time for us to head over to the yellow couches.
Of course, man. On the yellow couches, I said everything Cape Town. Well, for me, Cape Town is the best city in the world, and we serve basically some of the best entertainment, foods, music, alles wat mal is. And right about now, we're sitting down with Kolping, who's actually from the Cape Town Experience, and he's to tell us more about the magazine and the awards that they're actually having as well. Kolping, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Well, I'm sick really, but I mean that's the Cape Town Experience. Tell us more about Cape Town Experience, the magazine, how it all started, you know, and the initial idea behind the project.
So the Cape Town Experiences magazine is an online digital platform that basically shows you an in-depth look into like what to do in Cape Town, where to go eat. Like it covers like various industries of like experiences and tourism and adventure. It covers like the greater Cape Town from the CBD down to the vineyards and all the way up to the coast. So
it's kind of like a little tour booklet for tourists to come.
Exactly. Even for locals, like even for people who go out regularly, like if you want to try something different and then you check out maybe like on a Tuesday and then we give you like a detailed breakdown
what is actually
of
playing,
like this is what's going on in the CBD, this is what you can check out in the vineyards, this is what you can check out in terms of marine life, and this is like in terms of adventure.
Of course.
Like anything you want to do. So it basically like gives you options all in one page.
Wow, that's amazing. And how do you guys actually source that information? Because I'm sure you don't just wake up and say, oh, I'm thinking on the Tuesday they're having this special. So how do you source the information? How do you actually get it?
In terms of like getting the content all in one place, we have a team that works on the magazine of about 8 people. The magazine is just about 2 years old now. Which is why like the team set together and decided to put together the idea of the Cape Town Experiences Awards. Which basically encompasses the greater experiences industry like within the Cape Town and even like Western Cape, because like there's a lot to do just in Western Cape as a province, not just in Cape Town. So we encompass that into part of the whole award ceremony.
Oh wow, man. And in terms of distribution for the magazine, and I want to dive into the awards as well. Distribution, how does that go? How much copies actually goes out?
So the magazine is digital, right? So it's on www.capetownexperiencesmagazine.com, and then we do a print guide, which you can carry. It's mobile. You can put it in your bag. So there we distribute that to over 100 hotels, backpackers, and some tourist destinations. All around the city, everywhere, so that like it can be accessible to everybody from like Ekse all the way to the CPD, everywhere.
Wow, I'm definitely going to check it out as well. So the Cape Town Experience Awards, what is that about, and where is it taking place? Is the people able to come? Tell us.
Cool. So the Cape Town Experiences Awards 2019 started on the 19th of February. So we're doing 6 different award ceremonies over 6 nights. And they all been taking place so far. We are on the 5th one tonight. They've all been taking part at Nomad Bistro and Bar in Cape Town CBD. So we've basically been appreciating and celebrating the different experiences, industries that you get in Cape Town. So our first night was on adventures, tourism and activities, and then we did arts and entertainment. We also did hospitality and bars. We did wine, beers, and spirits. And the social media love that we've been getting. In total, we've had over 23,000 voters just voting for their favorite brands and personalities. And during the course of the awards, we also got over 1 million organic impressions online. We didn't pay for any advertising. And also we've had over like 600 nominees. So in total we'll have 120 winners. So far we've had over 400 RSVPs of just like top business executives and CEOs just coming to the awards. And for me it's just been fun emceeing the awards. Like I've just like had fun emceeing the awards.
I can imagine, man. Het gee jou eintlik die regte Cape
Yeah,
Town
yeah.
experience and everything. I hope that we win some presenting or shows awards for in Cape Town.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
Lama, what we checking out next?
Right now it's time for us to head over to some science news. So if you're a science fanatic, make sure that you stick around. You do not go anywhere because this one is just for you. Speaking about being science fanatics, we've got Dr. Steve who's coming through later on the show. We also have
Dr. Ryan.
Dr. Ryan. So science fanatics, this show is for you. But right now it's time for us to head on to some trending science news. Enjoy.
Ndibambe ngazo zozibini kwigqiza lethu lepresenters ndibulise nakuni babukele emakhaya. Igama lami ndingumelikhaya Mziba. Siyanamkela kule desika yeScience. Inqaku lethu lokuqala, umphathiswa unkosikazi Mamuloko Kubayi Ngubane owesebe leScience nezobuchwephesha uvuyisene neqela leenjineli ze-Square Kilometre Array, i-SKA ngamafutshane. Emveni kokuba begqibe isigaba sokuqala sokuyila i-infrastructure edingekayo kule project yokwakha i-radio telescope enamandla emhlabeni uphela. Ezi-SKA ziyingqokelelo ye-telescopes ezakhiwe emhlabeni omkhulu ukuze ziveze imfihlelo zendalo. Zizokwakhiwa apha eMzantsi Afrika kunye nase-Australia ethutyeni xa zilungele ukwandiswa. Zizokwakhiwa nakumanye amazwe ase-Afrika. Ukusebenzisana kwamazwe kwakhweni ezi-SKA kukhokelwa yinkampani ye-SKA ekhaya khulu lise-Manchester, eNgilane. Umphathiswa Kubayi Ngubane uthe, "Ndiyazingca ngomsebenzi oncomekayo osezingeni eliphakamileyo owenziwe ziinjineli zethu bebeziyingxenye yale projekthi." Isebe leScience nezobuchwephesha libhengeze ukuba iCape Peninsula University of Technology izokufumana izigidi ezingama-27 seerandi, 27 million rands, ukuze kwakhiwe ukuphuhlisa isatellite ezintathu ukongeza kwesele zikhona. Kunyaka uphelileyo kulontshe i-nanosatellite ebizwa ukuba yiZa-Cube-2 ehlola intlekele zendalo, ukutsha kwemililo emadlelweni nenqanawe ezikwinxweme yoMzantsi Afrika. iZa-Cube-2 iyimboniso yobuchwephesha ezophela isetyenziswa kwi-constellation ye-nanosatellite ezilithoba ezizophuhlisa ukuze zikwazi ukujonga i-South African Marine Domain Awareness. Ezi satellite ze-South African Marine Domain Awareness zizokhupha i-high frequency data exchange systems ezoxhasa amashishini aselwandle isebenzisana ne-Operation Phakisa. Isebe lithe ezi satellite ziyingxenye ye-4th Industrial Revolution yaseMzantsi Afrika yasemoyeni. I-South African National Roads Agency, i-SANRAL ngamafutshane, ibhenele ekusebenziseni ubuchwephesha ukuze kuzanywe ukunciphisa inani labantu abasweleka ezindleleni leli. Iinjineli zendlela zihlangane eKapa ukuze zazise i-Technical Innovation Hub ejolise ekwenzeni ukuhamba ezindleleni kube lula. Inhloko yale Innovation Hub, uCobus van der Walt, uthe ii-drones zobuchwephesha be-3D kunye nengcamango ezakha ipeyinti ezindleleni ziyinxalenye yezicwangciso ezintsha abafuna ukuzenza phambi kokuba unyaka uphele. UMnumzana van der Walt wongeze ngelithi, "Sifuna ukwazisa indlela zokuqhuba ngokukhuselekileyo, ukakhulu kwiindawo zempangelo siqinisekise ukuba abantu behlisa isantya abaqhuba ngaso. Umzekelo sizokuba nerobhothi ephephezelisa iflag exelela abaqhubi ukuba baqhube ngobunono, bangabalekisi kwaye kubekho imibhalo emakisha indlela echazayo ukuba mabaqhube njani. Kukangako besinako mawethu, de kube lixesha elizayo kamnandi."
Kamnandi indeed. Follow us on Twitter, it's Ekse_live. On Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. The hashtag to use are 3, hashtag Toriso, hashtag Justice for Toriso, hashtag RIP Toriso. Sepo says, "My own opinion about this, since they can have the balls to still say they killed someone without showing any remorse whatsoever, they must have the balls to stand as men in front of the justice system." Hashtag Toriso. Andrew Maringa says, "I'm shocked that people act this way." Hashtag Toriso. I went to high school in the 90s. We had a Malcolm Brady. They've killed so many people. The only thing new here is just the phone recording. They recorded this. Hashtag rest in peace, Toriso. Then Duduzani says, "How he can think of someone else's pain." He's talking about Toriso's father. "When going through such hardship, humbles me so much. A true man of God, the nation is crying with you. We are here, Papa." Hashtag justice for Toriso. Now on the 1st of March, which is 2 days from now, if my maths, AJ is going to be showing off his sound every street. But before he does that, You're showing off right here on the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening show in town. We go by the name of Ekse, and this is an Ekse exclusive. Welcome to the show, AJ. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Oh, you
doing
are?
well. I'm feeling energetic.
Yeah?
Okay.
So I'm good.
Yeah. Are you excited about Friday or are you a little bit nervous?
I'm over the moon, man.
Yeah?
Because it's been a long time coming. I was part of a gospel duo before, and it took a while for me to actually go solo and build my sound. I don't want to lie to you. I am a bit nervous. There's always that nerves
Yes.
that the show's gonna be amazing, but I'm just trusting it is gonna be.
Right.
so,
All the best.
You started singing grade 7, and that was probably in the shower and whatever. But take us through the journey. You started singing grade 7, and then you decided, I think it's at the age of 19, that I actually want to take this serious.
Correct,
Take us real quick through that journey.
From grade 7 until 19.
Yeah?
So grade 7, I always loved music, but I never thought of myself as an exceptionally good vocalist or a person that can actually be on the TV. So grade 7, I sort of looked at it as a hobby, and that's why I joined the choir. I was like, I love music.
Yeah, just for the enjoyment.
Just for the enjoyment, you know. And as years went by, I was so academically focused and sport focused that when I came to first year varsity, something hit me. I was like, you're not meant for this.
And it wasn't the textbooks that hit you.
I think, I'm not sure, you know. 'Cause
something happened.
it's actually a weird thing because I was sitting and studying the one day and I was like, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I'm not happy. And I didn't know why. While I was obsessed with music.
Yeah.
And so in my second year, I think I was about 19 years old. And that's when I decided I'm going to go on this journey. And
Wow.
yeah.
How tough is such a decision? Lama, you're studying, and then you're like, I don't want to study more, I want to be a presenter. How tough is such a decision to make? I'm sure it's not easy.
It's definitely not easy because especially thinking of your future.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to be financially successful. And I come from a single parent home.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to be able to provide for my mom and stuff. And it was really a financial risk. Up until today, it's still a battle. But I know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah.
So you entered the International Summer Contest for Unsigned Artists. 3,000 entries, and you were fifth placed. Fifth placed. How was that experience for you?
What was dope about that was I never knew I was entered. So I think if I knew, I think the experience would have been a whole lot different. I'd be like, oh my word, am I going to win? Am I going to win? It basically happened in reverse. So we did the song, and then the producer of the song, he stays in Germany.
Yes.
Okay.
And he just entered it. He took a chance, but he told me nothing. And he told me the final result, and I thought he was lying. I thought he was lying.
Like, waar is die camera?
Like, come on, somebody, come on.
Yeah.
And then I went onto this website, and I saw, oh my word, I'm fifth.
Yeah. Of course, the producer you're talking about is Tim Feder, right?
It was co-produced with Tim Feder, but the main producer was Florian Slusher. That's a German surname.
All right. So how is your relationship with Tim? How did that begin, and how did you decide to work with him as a producer?
Tim is an awesome individual. He's an amazing person, and he always wants to help artists. And at that stage, I just stepped out of my second year type of thing. I didn't quit in my second year. I didn't quit.
Yeah.
I still tried to hold on,
Of course.
make it work, but so I met him in that time, and he like mentored me, and he really tried to help me out, you know. And he's just an awesome guy. He's just an awesome guy.
Tell us about It's Live and Stripped Down. What can people expect when they actually go to the show and experience some AJ flavors? Have it was flavor.
It's a flavor, it's a spice.
Of course. What can we expect when he comes?
For the AJ Fortune Live and Stripped Down, so I'm a mixed combination of things, right? So at this moment in time, I'm bringing out my EP, my first solo EP, which is called Be It, Love It, Love It. And it's a combination of three things. Motivation, love and romance, and spirituality.
It's a story.
So a story. So Friday you can expect a story. You can expect a story Friday. Some good music, from highs to lows, good stories, and there's other artists featured as well. So you can expect good entertainment. You can definitely go onto my Facebook page. All the details are there. You can book it via email. So that email address is there. If you really can't make out, inbox me.
Why did you leave CACT? Did you feel like a Beyonce?
Oh my word, people are always saying that. People are always saying that. It was kind of weird because we were two guys in the group, right?
Yeah.
Two guys, and we're good friends. We're like brothers, man.
Okay.
But the financial situation got real at that time, and we weren't booking enough gigs. And the other guy in the group, who's my bro today still, nothing happened, we still chilled. He just felt that he needed to make a bit more money. And he wanted
AJ, thanks so much for coming through,
Awesome,
man.
Thanks so much for having me.
Ik kan niet met AJ.
He's going to be shutting down the show, so make sure that you do not miss this Beyonce experience. I meant
AJ experience.
Right now we're going to
The science, Sci-Bono rather. Sci-Bono. Check this out. I don't know what it means, but you check it out.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andile Sikakane, aka Dr. Feel Good. Oh, yes. Polo Discovery Center is actually a science center in Newtown, right? So we actually propagate science education to both school learners and public members. So that's what we do, actually. And my role there is to actually do science shows and STEM workshops. You know, the science demos actually make science to look easy. Isn't that science has been painted as a subject that is very, very difficult, right? So demonstrations actually make science look very, very simple and very, very interesting. So it has been simplified. In 3, 2, 1. Tell me, how is I feeling? Her hand is feeling usual. Normal. So what is normal to you? Oh, the blood is good. Right? Guys, you know why? Because water was doing what? Water was absorbing heat, right? And one thing that we know about water is that it has a high boiling point, right? Water boils at what temperature? 100 degrees Celsius, correct? Well, as I said earlier on, in my center, my company, Scipono, we do these shows for both school learners and public members. So on daily basis, we do get learners coming to the center, you know, with their passes and stuff, right? So we therefore perform science shows for them, take them around the science center, whereby we show them science exhibits, right? So we do the same with the public members. South Africa science is not growing that much, and it may be, you know, economical, right? So when you speak of your Asia, especially your China stuff, I mean, there are countries that are well off when it comes to money, and therefore they have resources. So with us, but I think we are getting there. But compared to them, as we are asking, we are actually, we are far, a little bit far away from them. Yeah. Okay, science has to be taken to people, right? So what we normally do is that we go to malls, whereby we do the very same shows, just, you know, randomly in a mall, right? So that way we expose science, and people just get flabbergasted because, you know, they actually see these things on TV, right? So what we do is that we go to communities and stuff. Last day we had social movement, whereby we just, you know, put our van there. There was a tent, and we started with our science shows and science exhibits as well. In the Western Cape, right? There's something called SKA, Square Kilometer Array, right? And it's happening in our own shores, okay, in South Africa. We also have another project that's going to take place here, which is Bloodhound SSC. So there will be a supersonic car which will be happening here in South Africa, again in Western Cape, right? So yes, I think we are headed in the right direction when it comes to science, especially taking into account that these are just big projects. These are international projects. But, you know, of all countries, they chose South Africa, right? And that in a way for us, economically improving, you know, the economy of that region, right? And also spiking interest in science.
Remember, 2 days to go before we announce the brand new Ekse presenter. That is Friday, the 1st of March. If you're participating on hashtag Ekse, my vote is, I'm sure that you're excited to see if Amy Mayer, Kakamba Filtane, or Siasanga Mbigwana is going to be taking this one home. Cross fingers for your favorite. Our hashtag for the day is hashtag Toriso, hashtag rest in peace Toriso, hashtag justice for Toriso. We've got more tweets here. He says, Umpo, if they start killing without remorse at a young age, imagine what kind of monsters they will be in future. To our soft, weak government, please be hard on them now, because you will be directly responsible for future deaths because you did nothing today. Hashtag Toriso. And then Tab says, rest easy, young fellow. You didn't deserve to go this way, bro. I don't know you personally, but your death triggered so much emotion. Hashtag RP Toriso. Hashtag justice for Toriso. Hashtag Toriso. You can follow us on Twitter as well as on Facebook to be part of this conversation and end this crazy psych of murderers, especially supposed to be at school, supposed to be watching TV, supposed to be playing soccer with the dudes, but yet you kill out there. But anyways, on lighter news or scientific news, however way you wanna take it, with Dr. Ryan is joining us in studio right now. He's a lecturer in sedimentology, right, and paleontology at the Department of Earth. I did not realize that there was a Department of Earth Sciences by Stellenbosch University. Correct. So, Doctor, you were roped in 2015 to provide a geological context to your research of Indo that has been happening 10 years ago. So what's that research about? I've got all the information here, but I cannot pronounce Cretaceous tyrannosauroid species, Moros, intrepid. Okay, I give up.
Okay.
What's your job?
All right, so a little bit of context. I'm a forensic scientist for dinosaurs.
Yes.
Okay.
So I treat the fossils or the dinosaurs like a crime scene.
Okay.
And so when a paleontologist around the world calls me up and says, well, here's my dinosaur, why? Or how? Or when? And so it's kind of like a detective going into a crime scene that's been left in the rain for, say, 100 million years, which isn't helpful. But there's actually clues in the rock that surround the actual fossil that say, well, it died in this environment.
Yes.
Or there's marks on a bone that provide ideas of scavenging, like tooth marks across the bone. So a famous dinosaur like tyrannosaur, big meat-eating dinosaur, they shed teeth just like a shark. And so we can actually find their teeth next to a kill site.
Oh, wow.
And so, like where on the plains today you would have a lion scrape the bones, you can match that up.
Yes.
Well, if we have a tyrannosaur tooth next to a plant-eating dinosaur, we can use it like a bullet. We can actually say that it is likely that this dinosaur actually preyed upon or scavenged this dinosaur at one point, and then that is actually preserved. And then I use the clues preserved in the rock and associated to make that interpretation.
Wow. Not only that, Doctor, you're also a lecturing in, what is the word?
Sedimentology,
and paleontology as well. But tell us about your daily life, your daily routine. What is that like, lecturing and all of those things? And what led up to that point? I mean, you don't just wake up and say, I want to lecture in sedimentology and...
I did actually. I was the little tiny kid obsessed with dinosaurs.
Oh, wow.
So I was 5 years old, and my parents, I was lucky enough to go to my first museum, and I actually saw a Tyrannosaurus skeleton.
Wow.
And I remember standing there thinking, this is what I have to do.
Yes.
But in terms of daily life, part of the time I'm actually in my office, and so I teach different classes, so sedimentology at third year and honors level. And I have a couple students, so I have like Charles Cillier is a PhD student of mine. I have a postdoctoral student, Mercy Storm. So kind of working with them, advising or you know, kind of debating ideas back and forth. But in terms of regular life, I'm out on the rock climbing, I'm hiking, I'm enjoying nature. So yeah, trying to be outdoors as much.
I love it. And the viewers thinking at home, what's the difference between sedimentology and the other one?
Okay, so the sedimentology is the environments.
Okay.
It's the habitat. And then paleontology focuses on the organism. It's more the biology side of the study.
Okay, you got it. Sedimentology, environment, paleontology.
So, Doctor, tell me, how does it feel, or how did it feel at the time to be part of a team that discovered a tyrannosauroid?
Hey,
correct?
you got it.
Yay!
Tyrannosauroid. All right.
That lived 96 million years ago.
Yes. Well, this week has, I'm speechless at times. I feel very fortunate and very lucky to work in the team that I do.
Yeah.
Both the lead paleontologist, so the biology-focused paleontologist, Dr. Lindsay Zano, is an amazing researcher, very cutting edge. She's a go-getter, and she never takes no for an answer. And so most times we're actually working in areas that have never been explored. We are in a tent for a month or two at a time. We maybe see a shower every 3 to 4 weeks.
Wow.
But what we see is stuff for the first time. And so something like a tyrannosaur like this, we're the first ones to describe it, first ones to discover it, and we're lucky enough to be able to have this opportunity. So I'm extremely fortunate.
Yeah, so 96 million years ago was a Cretaceous,
Yes.
Cretaceous
Yep.
period.
Yeah.
What is a Cretaceous period?
So what we do is the Earth has been around for about, say, 4.6, 4.8 billion years. And so the Cretaceous is only about maybe 65 to, I think, about 135, 140 million years.
That is long.
And so it's a long time, a period. And what we try to do is break those distinct periods of time down so we can better illustrate when something occurred on planet Earth.
Wow.
So we know that trilobites happened maybe about 350, 400 million years ago. We know that dinosaurs are around at about 100 million years. We know mammals were about 35 to current.
Trivial information. Doctor, thanks
Yes.
so much for coming through and telling us about that.
Hello, yeah, my name is Muloko Matlala. I'm the manager of the Science Education Division here at NRF SASTA. We are the people responsible for organizing the STEMI Community of Practice Annual Conference. We always need to have Olympiads and competitions in math, science, engineering and technology. One of the main reasons is to try and encourage learners to follow careers in maths and science.
STEM is the Association of Science, Technology, Engineering, Mathematics, Innovation, Olympiads and competitions. It basically promotes those subjects in the schools, and it's intended to make sure that it extends the interest of learners to follow the science and maths careers. Its goal is to also make sure that the learners are able to pass the maths and science. Not only that, but they are able to solve the problems of the country by following the STEM-related careers in the universities.
But another important thing in competitions and Olympiad is that it is a tool that we use to identify learners who have got talent. And once we identify their talent, we are able to nurture their talent up until they get to higher education institutions and ultimately get into their careers. However, another advantage of Olympiads and competitions, remember they also are geared towards the curriculum and they go slightly beyond the curriculum. So as they prepare for this Olympiad, they are also enhancing their understanding of some of the topics in their maths and science curriculum.
STEMI has managed to reach out to the number of schools in the Western Cape. We've got so many member organizations which are nationally, so they've been able to go there to the regions and also to the extent that we have the STEMI Olympiads and competitions provincially.
Look, the questions that we are set, some of them are more practical. We always try to ensure that we set questions in terms of a context of real life situations that learners will be able to understand. So the moment they see the relationship of things that they are encountering in the Olympiads and the world of work.
We expect more learner participation in mathematics, your physics and chemistry Olympiads, not forgetting the robotics, because this is where less learners are participating in.
Oops, we're not done with the STEMI conference. Right now, it's time for us to check out what the Ed Tech Tools is all about. Let's go back there.
Hi, I'm Steve from Living Maths. We are an educational NGO based in Cape Town. We are there to promote STEM, math, science, technology, engineering, and we teach in schools around the world as well. And I'm the Chief Imagination Officer. The benefits of using EdTech in a school, one needs to contextualize that. Right now, we are in the middle of the 4th Industrial Revolution. And that means that education around us is changing. It means that the world around us is changing, and one needs to make sure that the education in the classroom is matching the needs of the world outside. So we feel that EdTech, which is educational technology, are a set of tools that can enhance a person's ability to teach classes and make them more informative and more interactive. You know, in the old days when you wrote on a blackboard, you know, it was just chalk and talk. But when you actually go and use an interactive whiteboard, students can touch and interact with the presentation, and I think that it brings the content alive. So the question on whether South African teachers are embracing technology and whether or not they have the facilities or the resources to actually do that, let's just say that in all the workshops that I attend, the interest is definitely there. There is certainly a lot of enthusiasm on the part of the teacher to take part in EdTech activities, and not all schools have a decent internet connection. Not all schools have a computer lab or a laboratory. Not all schools have tablets for each student. So I think that you have to pick and choose the tools that fit with what you have. But that doesn't mean that you can't set up a laptop, put a cell phone internet connection on, and just connect with another class in another country. It's very simple to do, but of course, if you don't have the finances, it becomes a challenge. So we still have many challenges in South Africa.
So, of course, that is Steve, the Chief Imagination Officer of an educational NGO in South Africa called Living Maths. We're going to be chatting to him in a little bit, but I just want to read 2 more tweets about Toriso. Remember that hashtag, it's RIP Toriso, hashtag Justice for Toriso, and hashtag Toriso. This one comes from Caspar Nyovest. Let's respect hashtag Toriso and his family by stopping the circulation of these disturbing videos. Posting these videos of murder won't change anything. They are just destroying the family more. Imagine seeing your child lifeless every time you switch on your phone. Hashtag Justice for Toriso. And then Toriso's father had to say, my son can never come back, but let his death make a contribution to betterment of society. This will give me closure. Actions like these, not nipped in the bud, result in more lives lost through these barbaric actions. So that's what he said. So hop on to Twitter and Facebook and let us know about your thoughts. So Steve is the Chief Imagination Officer. Like I said, I'm interested in Imagination Officer by now. He knows his way around EdTech, as he regularly facilitates workshops for teachers, and he conducts Skype and Google Hangout interviews with participants from all over the world. He has taught over 100 different classrooms over the internet. He's a multi-award purchasing educator, and he has a black belt in buffet. To the yellow couches.
You actually need to know karate and some if you're teaching, because if they don't listen to you, just sort it out real quick. Steve, welcome, man. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks to yourself.
We're a little bit sick. Is there no EdTech tools that can
There's an app for everything. I'm sure you can find a couple of good tips on how to get over it.
Lama.
Looking at the current STEM pass rate, do you think there is still more that needs to be done?
Well, I mean, let's break it into parts. You've got science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Yes.
And each has its own problems.
All right.
I would have to say that if you look at where we are sitting at maths from a South African point of view, it's not a great situation. If our government feels that 30% is considered a pass rate, it means that we can't really compete internationally against other people on the same level. So we need to really fix those sorts of situations.
Why do you think that's the matter, that students in South Africa, 30% is the best that they can do?
Well, no, 30% is not the best they can do. That is the pass rate. When you lower the bar, then people only aim for that particular percentage. But I do think that we've got unique set of circumstances in South Africa. We've got classrooms that are overcrowded. We've got students that are learning in English, which is not their mother tongue. You've got teachers that are unqualified to teach. You've got teachers that are working with large numbers of students and they don't have time to get through the curriculum because they're so busy assessing. There are just so many complications and also some schools are pushing kids through to the next grade because they have to have a certain number of pass rates. And when that happens, you put the bottom of the barrel into the next grade, and there are just so many complications after that.
And there are always talks, about ways of improving learning experiences and all of those things to make it a bit easier for them to learn as well. You were recently in Pretoria, and we actually had a presentation about how to use edtech tools within the classroom. Tell us more about that, actually.
Okay, well, they were actually interludes between the conference sessions because they felt that they needed to inspire and invigorate the participants.
Yes.
EdTech is a very simple concept. In the old days, you would just write on a chalkboard. Now you have an interactive whiteboard, which enables you to touch and interact. But you also have augmented reality, you have virtual reality, you've got online quizzes, so you can bring all these tools into a classroom to make the material come alive. And I think the teachers that are not using these tools are missing out on a great opportunity.
Of course.
I know that you've got joy and you feel like it's a destiny to spread STEM. I don't know about STEM being joyful. I wish you were my teacher back then. But what can be done to ensure that schools embrace the use of EdTech to make learning easy? Are even teachers equipped to take EdTech head on and deliver?
That's a very good question. Well, I think you hit the nail on the head. You said, how do you see joy in it? Well, if I can promote something because I'm passionate about it, I'm sure that the joy will be passed on to you.
Yeah, because it's contagious.
Correct. And if a teacher gets the kids to play an online interactive quiz where there's a leaderboard and they're screaming and shouting and kids running around, they will come out of that lesson and it'll be completely memorable. So a lot of these children have never been exposed to these tools and subsequently they don't know how good it is until they know how good it is. But you asked, do South African teachers have the mechanism or the facilities or the equipment to actually do that sort of thing? And in a large percentage of schools, they don't. Because, if you've got a 4 meg line for 300 students, it just means you're not going to be able to use the internet effectively. But the reality is that I do think that the number of schools using EdTech have grown exponentially.
Steve, real quick, we're running out of time. I just want to know, is South Africa ready for fourth industrial revolution, and how are we preparing enough? Tell us.
The fourth industrial revolution has started. Whether we're ready or not, that's another question. But we are in it at the moment, and I think that the Internet of Things, how devices in your house will all be controlled over the internet. People are already getting Alexa and Google to switch on radios and aircon and all those things. It's all happening. Even in medicine and in engineering. So we just need to make sure we are ready for it.
Of course. I'm tired of Alexa and Siri telling me what to do, Steve. So thanks so much for joining us.
We're already on the fourth revolution. Are you ready, gladiators? We don't know, but I know for sure that you're ready for an ad break. Keep it locked right here on Cape Town TV. Thank you so much to Steve for teaching us about dinosaurs, and to Frank about
Ryan about
dinosaurs,
Steve
and Steve about EdTech. No maths, no science, and plus the flu.
Too much. And also thanks so much to Coupling for coming through and telling us about the Cape Town experience. And thank you so much to AJ, of course. And AJ is actually going to perform a song called With Me. And I brag the hele tyd when I say Siafi's song geschreven. I thought it's Whitney, but it's actually With Me. And you can stay with us. We ride through Monday to Friday.
Yes.
The name of the show is Ekse, 4 till 5 p.m. I'm Rizal. Hope I had an amazing time.
And my name is Lamali Moon. If you missed this one, tomorrow morning between 7 and 8, we're going to be here to see more of him, of me, as well as him. They're going to be with me tomorrow morning.
Of course. We are. See you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna act like this ain't true. Like I never ever wanted you. Like I never ever needed you to make me want you as bad as I do. All the time, I'm taking it up all the time. Yeah, I didn't want this, but you made me do this. And now I'm deeper than I've ever been, baby. All the time, I'm taking it a day at a time, babe. Every day feels the same. Typical case of my heart over my. When I see you, all I see is fine. They cannot touch what's mine. But the way I feel about you is the realest thing I've seen. I need a moment to deal with all of the haters who feel like they own this thing. Give me your heart and keep it right here with me. Hey, yeah, right here with me. Yeah, right here with me. Hey, come right here, baby. Give me your heart and keep it right here with me. So I take the time to notice your makeup and your hair. The days that you don't care, your beauty is unfair. All the time, I'm taking it a day at a time, babe. Every day feels the same. A typical case of my heart over my brain. It's fine, it's fine. With me, baby, is the realest thing to deal, to feel like they own this thing. So give me your heart and keep it right here with me. Hey, so give me your heart and give me your sense of control. For love, your love, your love. I don't want your soul. It's too much for me to hold. Give me your love, your love. Right, oh, yeah, right here with me. Yeah, right here with me. Come right here, baby. Yeah. Deal with the haters who feel, baby. Say yeah, yeah. Alright, yeah. Ooh, baby. Woo, yeah.
guys, welcome to Open Studio, the show where we get in conversation with the heart of the community.
Let's see what is the need in the community.